In Revenge of the Sith, Darth Sidious's instructions to his new apprentice Darth Vader to go to the Jedi Temple to do what had to be done and to show no mercy is followed up by Vader and the 501st's ominous march towards the front gate of the temple. Although we see brief scenes of Order 66's wrath against the Jedi within the temple, we don't see exactly what happened when Vader and the clones reach the temple for the first time after their long march, the events that would unleash the dark side's onslaught against the Order. Fortunately, the Episode 3 novelization fills in the details for us, allowing us to see Vader reach the front gate of the Jedi Temple and how he was able to infiltrate it to unleash the 501st upon the waiting Jedi. As seen within the novel, Mace and the other 3 Jedi who set out to confront Palpatine within his office discussed the security of the temple, which was left in the hands of the other masters still waiting within the temple. As Mace would inform them, the Jedi Temple's defense was directed by Master Shaak Ti and Gate Master Jurok. A Jedi Gate Master was a rank within the Jedi Temple's security forces, and they had the task of guarding and overseeing the security of the entrances, including the entrance that would be targeted by Vader and the 501st during Order 66. Gate Master Jurok had served in this role for the entirety of the Clone War, and unfortunately for him, he would be the first Jedi to meet Vader prior to the annihilation of the temple, and it would be from Jurok's perspective that we see in the novelization what transpired when Vader and the 501st reached the temple's main door. Given the brutality of it all, one might believe that when Vader and the clones reached the Jedi Temple, they immediately unleashed their fury, blasting their way into the temple without so much as a word or warning to the Jedi waiting inside. But as we'll see, this isn't how it played out at all, with there being a significant calm before the storm, even once the temple's main doors were open. As Gate Master of the temple, unsurprisingly, Jurok had seen Anakin, and only Anakin, approaching the temple gates. Seeing the Jedi Knight approaching caused Jurok to begin sprinting through the hallways of the temple towards its main doors. Interestingly, by the time he got there, the main doors of the temple were already opening. This is because Vader, knowing the key code, had punched it into the lock pad. Again, there was no need to force their way into the temple. They planned to just walk right in. But when the main doors opened ever so slightly, it was Jurok who was the first one through, exiting the temple to join Vader, of course still Anakin to him, outside in the rain, with Vader's shoulders hunched and head pointed downward. The Gate Master ran to the Jedi in a panic, asking Anakin what had happened, and where Mace and the other 3 Masters were who went to confront Palpatine. As Jurok realized, Anakin looked at him as if they had never even met before, ignoring the question entirely. Going back to Mace's earlier reveal that Shaak Ti was placed in charge of the temple's security, Vader simply asked Jurok where Shaak Ti was. The Gate Master responded that she was in the temple's meditation chambers, and explaining why he was in such a frenzy, Jurok revealed that Shaak Ti was in deep meditation, searching the Force for any information that could explain why they had felt something awful occur. But as Jurok was explaining all of this, something terrifying happened for him. With his words trailing away, again Jurok noticed Anakin wasn't listening to a single word of his explanation, causing him to look past Anakin for the first time. Here, slightly in the distance within the Coruscant night, Jurok recognized the presence of clone troopers, brigades of them, numbering in what had to be thousands. With this, Jurok's pace slowed considerably, asking Anakin what was going on and attempting to get a clue for how bad things had become. Only Vader didn't let Jurok finish. With the Gate Master realizing it far too late, Vader had taken the hilt of his lightsaber, placed it under Jurok's chin, and then ignited the weapon to cause the blue blade to penetrate upward into his skull, killing Jurok instantly. In response to the Gate Master's query regarding how bad things had gotten, Vader simply responded, "You have no idea." With that, what had been a relatively calm march up towards the temple gates and breaching of the main doors to confront the Gate Master exploded into a bloodlust. The calm was exchanged with a viciousness that could only be born of the dark side. As Vader would remember the events only weeks later, after he killed Jurok, the clone Special Ops Officer, Commander Oppo, led the 501st Legion against the Jedi Temple, with Vader too unleashing his rage in all its crimson fury. It was a slow build of the worst kind, where the march of Vader and the 501st towards the temple gates would result in the complete annihilation of those waiting inside, and the Jedi Order itself. So there we have it. What happened when Vader and the 501st reached the temple gates during Order 66? We love making these videos, so why not subscribe for more fun Star Wars theories and discussions. Also, if you enjoyed the video, think about giving a like or leaving a comment. Or perhaps follow us on Twitter at SW Reading Club for updates regarding the channel. Or support the channel through Patreon for access to exclusive rewards and discussions. If not for me... For Bloodlust.